are now on our way to Mount Potts. Alex has organised us a heli, which is pretty exciting. Yeah, it's going to be a big journey, but we're used to that by now.
Go for it.
And I kind of feel it was my fault a bit that the next episode of the debacle started.
By the time we got to the top, Gus was waiting for us, screaming at us that we've got to go, we've got to go, we've got to go.
We've really blown that quite a time. Should have had probably a dozen runs in by now.
But still at the bottom was Jess, who was having all sorts of trouble trying to use the nutcrackers, having to sort of ride switch on her board up the tow road.
Like, couldn't get it. Everyone else was waiting for me at the top.
So our person operating our camera, Jace, very good skier that he is, decided that he would hand over his camera and he would ski as fast as he could down the mountain to go and help Jess get up the tow road. Well, he cartwheeled it and ragdolled it halfway down the mountain, got down, got her up, that was fine. Gus was panicking.
Now we've lost a piece of our filming equipment. He's panicking, he's charging around the mountain. We're cooking our way down to the car park. Once again, we're rushing. Gus stresses. I think I'm going to have to sit him down tonight and just have a quiet word to him, you know? I mean, he's not opening the batting for New Zealand. If he wants to know about pressure, he can come and talk to me about opening the batting for New Zealand. Then I'll tell him about pressure.
So he's running around the mountain trying to find those, while me and Jess are trying to pick our way on a foreign mountain back to the car park, which is some couple of 100 metres below where you actually get onto the ski field.
I mean, it's super Lord of the Rings territory, you know, barren, desolate, kind of really rugged.
Kyle was beside himself. He was like a little child, hopping around and like, oh my God, we're going to heli. Like, calm down. How old are you, 32? Just chill out.
It is spectacular country. It's dry as Gandhi's genitals, you know, but it's beautiful.
The best thing I thought was seeing that heli just lift off and go down and leave us at the top. And then you get that weird sort of silence. And then we knew that we were getting these beautiful, open runs where you're not going to hit rock, you're not going to hit ice. It's pretty close to heaven, being up on the mountains there.
Got to the car and, yeah, sure enough, Jace had lost the keys.
They'd fallen out of Jason's pocket as he went down, as he ragdolled down the mountain. And Gus lost it.
He proceeded to curl up into what I'd describe as fetus position, almost hunched up, rocking himself, grabbing ice as crushing the ice. Definitely swear words.
They can't be too far away, sure. Why would they have keys anyway? They don't have the keys. I'm guessing the keys are in the middle of the slope. Oh no.
At that stage, we're pretty much like, we're screwed. We're out of the game. Like, we're not going to make it to the coast. You know, we don't have keys to the van. We've lost freaking a cameraman, a tripod.
This could be it for us. Race could be over. Done.
Scored some ridiculous runs, you know, definitely the best turns I've had in a couple of years. I mean, and to get it out of a heli, you know, I mean, who wants to go to a rope tow or a chairlift when you can get out of a helicopter?
Grovelling. Nah, it shouldn't be like that. No, they'd be having a good time, wouldn't they? They went to Broken River, it'd be sweet.
While Gus was losing it, I decided that we needed one cameraman, we needed the three of us. It wasn't a huge long walk back to the van where we'd parked our van, and we would probably get down the road on the ice without the chains.
Our boards are on there, our wetsuits are in there. We just got to go.
So we walked down, got in the car, packed it up. We had 4 of us in the car.
So we're a car down. It's my fault.
freaking cameraman has cooked it, and I do apologise, but we've got more dramas. I think we're stuck.
We started skidding and we didn't think we'd get down. It wasn't until about 3 very, very close skiers that we thought we were going to go into the ditch or over the edge that Gus realised he still had the handbrake on the car. He'd completely lost it. So we had a very, very silent trip most of the way. Very silent trip, actually, most of the way to Banks Peninsula. When we got there, the satisfaction that we got our surf in was awesome. And I think Gus came round then, you know, when he realised that we'd held things together. We went to Magnets Bay and it just wasn't going to work, so luckily we found another little bay round that was quite shallow.
We'll get a surf in and we'll probably take this one on the chin, bit of a grovel.
It's not a case of getting to a mountain and having a great ski in the afternoon or getting to a surf break and having a great surf. It's just getting to them in the first place and having them skiable and having them surfable. That's been what I've been getting off on, and I've loved it. You know, I've felt the same adrenaline rush and the same butterflies that I used to get before I went out to open the batting for New Zealand in the Test match. It's great.
We did it. We did it. We skied and we surfed. I don't know what Gus was worried about, man. We had heaps of time out there in those days. Man, here we are, we're packing up at the end of the day and we have skied and we have surfed. It was a wrap. No, it's not. We're going to drive to Dunedin.
Oh, we do? Yeah.
When you're coming off Banks Peninsula, that was probably a 4.5 hour journey. It was a heck of a long day.
End of day 2, we're obviously tired, exhausted, our bodies are got that lovely, been through lots of work sort of feeling, and we drove down through the valley and realised what a beautiful country we live in.
Incredible, isn't it? It's just, yeah, it's quite a spiritual place, I suppose.
You kind of feel quite privileged to live in a country where you can roll through that and, you know, there's no one else around.
On the drive back, we had a quick sort of team meeting in the car and decided that Kakanui was going to be where the surf was going to be. And we arrived in this tiny little dark town, you couldn't see anything. So we just wandered around like a bunch of muppets and bumped into these 2 lovely girls who let us stay at their house.
A couple of random girls, you know. It was awesome.
They looked like they'd pretty much worn themselves right to the bone and needed a bit of
shower.
Yeah, needed a break.
Some Kakanui love.
Hot cup of tea. So we took them in and here we are.